and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Jamie, and today I am finally meal prepping. It's been a hot minute. I finally have realized that I've got to have my week planned and ready because David and I both need meals to get us through the week, and no better way to do that than to meal plan and prep for the week ahead. So that is what I'm doing today, and I cannot wait to share with you some of our favorites, and let's get to it. Meal prep veggie soup. So I'm going to show you guys how I prep and do my veggie soup. It is one of our favorite recipes. I am doubling this recipe, so super simple, so good, and so needed for this fall day. All right, friends, let's try this again. Okay, so I've got my stock pot. I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of oil in the stock pot. Cut up my onion. I'm gonna dice it up. These were so pretty from Trader Joe's. All right, so I'm gonna add my onion in, and I'm gonna saute my onion. And let that cook through. So the onions are ready. So I'm going to put in, like I said, I'm doubling this recipe. So I'm doing the 95 lean ground beef, extra lean from Trader Joe's. Try not to put the paper in there. And a pack of the ground turkey breast into the pot. Get this where you guys can see it. Cook this through. Need my meat chopper. Meat chopper. Who knows where it is? This sucker is my favorite. Such a good gadget. Ashley over on Instagram, Riley loves saying meat chopper, and she loves using the meat chopper, so it's one of my favorite little kitchen gadgets. So I'm going to add to that salt and pepper. Get my salt, and add some salt. So you guys do this to your taste. I just eyeball my salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. We'll let that cook. Turn the heat up a little bit on that. Sweet friends, 2 cans of the crushed tomatoes, the large can. This is the 28-ounce large can of crushed tomatoes. Calista doesn't like big chunks of tomatoes, so I do this for her. And then a can of the diced with green chilies. You can add 2 cans of this. I'm doubling it, but just add 1 can to your single recipe, but I'm just gonna put 1 can in that one today. So I'm gonna put those in. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm using 2 of these mixed vegetable bags. These are the smaller bags. I'm gonna use 2 of these into my soup. And this is such a fun recipe. You can dump whatever veggies you want in this soup. Any frozen veggies are amazing. So I'm going to stir that up. I'm also going to add in, let's see, I'm gonna add in 1 can, 128-ounce can of water. And I'll just kind of eyeball it to see, since I'm doubling it up, probably 1.5 of these. All right, let's see how that looks. All right, let's see how that looks. Yes, because I'm going to add shredded hash browns to this as well. And that is like the game changer of this soup. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cook these. I like my vegetables more tender, so I'm gonna let this cook with the spices. All right, so let's do our seasoning. So I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of garlic. 1 teaspoon of granulated onion. And so I would use a 1/2 teaspoon of these on if I'm not making the double recipe. Then celery salt. I'm gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of celery salt. About a tablespoon of ranch seasoning. This is all I have left, so I'm putting that in there. That's one of my favorite ingredients to this. And Italian seasoning, I'm going to add, like I said, do this to your liking. I'm going to add a heaping teaspoon and a 1/2 of the Italian seasoning. And I'm going to mix that together. This is such an easy meal prep option because you can also freeze this soup. So if you do the double recipe, you can freeze this soup and it is so tasty. All right, so I'm gonna let that cook for about 30 minutes on medium heat. And then I will add the hash brown. So let me show you. All I use is the Season's Choice from Aldi. I'm gonna use about, I'll use 4 cups of these because I usually use 2 of the frozen hash browns. But I'll put those in later so that way the vegetables can go ahead and cook for a little bit. It has cooked, the soup has cooked for 30 minutes. I'm going to add in my 4 cups of the frozen potatoes without trying to make a horrible mess in my kitchen because I just cleaned my stovetop. So I'm gonna add those potatoes in, and this will cook for another 20 minutes to cook those potatoes through. All right, here is another super simple meal prep, and I am talking simple, friends. So 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and you are going to do 1 medium onion. And when I say simple, this is a dump and go recipe, one of our favorites. Dave loves this. And since we haven't been to Trader Joe's in so long, it was about that time. So I'm going to cook these onions till they are translucent. I'm gonna add a little bit, excuse me guys. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to my onions. The skin off that one. And I'm going to cook these through. And what I'm gonna do is, this is from Aldi. It is the grilled chicken breast strips. I'm going to add I needed to measure this, guys, but this is a brand new bag. So I'm going to just say about 9 ounces of chicken is what's left. And I'm gonna put that in with that onion so it can cook through while the onion's cooking. You can add ground turkey to this. You can add ground beef to this. We also add canned chicken to this. So I'm going to cook that through till it's golden brown. And let me show you guys how simple this recipe is. You're gonna add a pack of the succotash from Trader Joe's and a bag of the riced cauliflower stir fry. But I'm gonna cook this through first. All right, you guys know our other favorite meal prep is going down right now. This is the Hannah banana bread. So I'm using 3 bananas. They are not as ripe as I need them to be, but that's okay. The bananas I had to do a shipped order. They were terrible, you guys. Like, it was disgusting. Could not use them. They were seeping goo on the counter. I was like, nope, not today, not today. This is one of those recipes that I have it down pat that I just make, and it's Callista's favorite. I make them for her. I save a few for us. She has to learn to share. So when I meal prep, yes, I know I'm still meal prepping for my daughter who is married. It's fine. Sorry, guys. Banana down, banana down. That was the best. I've got to keep that clip in there because this is real life. Me and the camera are dancing too, if you guys could see me now. Okay, this is what it's all about. 2 eggs. A splash of vanilla. And I also use pumpkin in this recipe, and it turns out really, really good. You know, the recipe is endless with this sucker. You can just add whatever ingredients suit your fancy. All right, so I'm adding a 1/2 cup, just slow that down, of chocolate chips. I'm going to cook those 350 for 20 minutes, and they are perfection. I'm gonna keep cooking this through. So that's that just gives it lots of flavor, that onion does. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So I'm gonna keep cooking that until it's a little bit browner. So these will go in the oven 350 for 20. Exactly like I like my chicken and onions. So I'm going to just, like I said, dump this whole bag into there. And the whole bag of cauliflower stir fry. This does have a little seasoning to it, but I add my own little twist. Like I said, this is David's favorite. He loves it so much. And it's such an easy meal prep. Looks so simple. That was so simple. And all right, so I'm going to add I'm gonna add some onion powder, just like a teaspoon. Give it a shake. I'm gonna add a little bit of celery salt. So you guys just kind of do it to your, I'm also going to add some soy sauce, because of course, it's my favorite. So I add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. So just kind of mix that together and add my soy. Generously. So now I'm just gonna let that cook through. Friends, here is that stir fry. Look how good it looks. So amazing. I get about 4 to 5 servings out of it, depending on, I'm gonna see how the chicken does. We normally use canned chicken, so I bulked it up a little bit more with that grilled chicken. So it'll do 4 to 5 dinners, or lunches rather. All right, and that is a wrap. I am so excited that I finally meal prepped for the week ahead. It felt so good to get those things done. If you guys would like to, you can follow me on Instagram for more recipes, beauty, lifestyle, all the things, just where I have fun. But it feels good to be back on track, refocused, and having these meals available for Dave and I to have throughout the week, where we're not fumbling around in the refrigerator to see if there's leftovers from dinner from the night before. So just some encouragement and motivation for you guys. Meal planning and prepping is so important. It has helped me. That's why I was so successful, and I truly believe that's what I needed to get back doing so I can continue this journey and get back to my healthy weight. So I'm really excited to bring you guys this meal planning day. I hope you enjoyed all the recipes. I will put all of them in the description box below. But thank you again for watching, giving me a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. You guys are fabulous. Always remember, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are loved, you are enough, and you are flipping phenomenal. Love you guys. Mwah.